What's happening, everybody? Welcome back to Game Day with Trey. This is your host, Trey. Of course, that's my co-host and homeboy, Face.
What up, world?
All right, y'all. Let's go ahead and let's get into this real quick, man. It's April 3rd. Slate of games. It's a big one. So we just gonna try to run through this as quickly as possible, give y'all as much information, give you our leans, give you the lines, how we feel against the spread, give you what we actually gonna probably play. All right, so first game up on the slate is it's a slugfest. It's Portland Trailblazers at the Charlotte Hornets. All right. So this game starts at 7 o'clock. Charlotte is giving up 1 to 1.5, depending on what sports book you're looking at. And the total points is between 212.5 and 213.5. So, like I said, between on which sports book you're looking at is going to tell you what's going on. Injuries in the game. Portland, everybody. Matisse Thybulle out. Justin Minaya, doubtful. Shaden Sharp, out. Malcolm Brogdon, out. Kamara, out. Anthony Simons, out. Jeremy Grant, out. Robert Williams, out. And then Charlotte, they still got a match unit too. LaMelo Ball, out. Seth Curry, out. Cody Martin, out. Mark Williams, out. Miles Bridges is going to be questionable. Brandon Miller's questionable now. Grant Williams is questionable. Nick Richards is probable, and Mitchell is doubtful. So they got some issues on both sides of the court when you're talking about these teams, when you're dealing with some injuries. Portland Blazers are coming off losses to the Knicks, Pelicans, Bulls, Clippers, Nuggets, Rockets, Hawks, Heat, and Magic by
Hey,
like a
hey,
couple
hey,
points.
hey. Listen, I'm gonna save you some time. I'm gonna save you some time, Trey.
Go ahead. Who you like? What do you like then?
That is a dumpster game. And take it under, or leave that alone. Man, listen.
He
But
said
them
it's
two
a
teams
dump.
when they fully
Listen,
stop,
listen, bro.
when they fully
Go
stop,
ahead.
they trash.
Go ahead.
They got all them starters missing, man. This
Go
is a
ahead,
game
man.
that you gotta leave it alone, man. Just take it under or leave it alone. But that already trash fully stopped. You can have all
Listen.
these starters.
Hey, look, I get it. It's definitely a 1-800 gambler game. All right, meaning if you are gambling on this game, you should be calling 1-800 Gambler Anonymous. You need to go to some meetings. You need to talk to your community. Reach out to somebody. There's got to be
Well,
somebody out
our
there that
dumpster
loves you.
died.
You know what I'm
Our
saying?
dumpster died
There's
when it
got to be
died then.
somebody that loves you. You know what I mean?
When the dumpster
But
died.
I'm gonna give the people something quick, real quick. Give one last thing on some numbers so they do understand what's going on between these two teams because they've been trash for a long time. It's not like they've been trash. I mean, Portland's 0-10 in their last game, 10 games, man. Charlotte's 2-8 in their last 10 games, dog. Like they've been trash for a while. But when you got a team like Portland that just barely lost to Orlando when they was getting like what 15 points the other night,
17,
17 points the
15
other
and a
night.
half.
All right, now the under was good. We gave y'all that, and we gave you the money line on the Magic. I told you the points was way too many. You know what I mean? That's just too much. Magic ain't got no offense like that. But anyway, so when you're dealing with two bums like this, man, I hope you're not betting on it. If you do choose to bet on it, just understand, all right, bet responsibly. Okay, you're dealing with two teams that are some trash. If anything, maybe look towards the under. Buy some points or something if you're gonna play with this game. But at the end of the day, you really should be looking to avoid a game like this. It's just it is what it is. So man,
I'm gonna
let's go
tell you
ahead.
who
Let's
gonna win though.
oh who
Charlotte.
you like?
Charlotte.
You like
With
Charlotte.
with all the players that's missing on an already bad Portland team,
Them players
you gotta
been
go at
missing on
Charlotte.
Portland. Them players been missing on Portland. The problem
No,
is
not
with
all.
Charlotte, man, yeah,
Not not Charlotte.
and
Not Charlotte.
on Portland, Anthony Simons was out. Anthony
That's
Simons
the
been
only
out.
one.
No,
I'm talking about
Anthony
Sharp.
Simons. Anthony Simons has been out, but when you look at Charlotte, Mitchell is their point is their guy. He's the playmaker that
No,
they got
I'm
for him
talking
right
about
now.
Sharp, Brogdon.
Exactly. Now, when you turn around
Them
and
type
look
of
at
players is
Charlotte,
holding them
when you
down.
look at Charlotte, who's been holding Charlotte down? Brandon Miller's been the only shining light over there. Okay, if he's questionable and he ends up not
Markel
playing,
Bridges.
nope. And Mitchich. Mitch is the point guard, the only point guard they got because Seth Curry and what you call it already hurt. They didn't have any more point guards when they traded Terry Rozier. They lost all. That was it. They didn't have no more point guards. You know what I'm saying? So they really do need this dude Mitchell. If this dude Mitchell does not play, they have no point guard. They have no point guard. Who's gonna bring the ball up?
It don't matter. We're gonna play with
you,
Bully.
you think
Bully
that
barely got a starting five.
exactly, man. Hold on, man. So let's go ahead. Let's stop wasting our time with the bumps. Let's get to the next game, man. Next game we got on the slate is Detroit at Atlanta. Okay, Atlanta is giving up 11 and a half points on this game. You got the over under is at 224, and the line has been steady. All right. So as far as injuries in this game, we already know Trae Young's still out. Uh, Okongwu's still out. Guay is still out. AJ Griffin's still out, and Sadiq Bey still out for Atlanta. But then when you look at Detroit, Jalen Durham is probable with some teeth. Something happened to his teeth. Cade Cunningham, no, questionable. Marcus Sasser, questionable, and then the rest of the team is out. When we talk about the rest of the team, I'm talking about Stuart Thompson, Stewart, Munde, Todd Gibson, Quentin Grimes, Sasser. Y'all should know the list, man. If you've been looking at these teams, man, you should already know who's out. All right. So it's a mass unit on both sides. All right. Last 10 times they played each other head to head. Atlanta owns this series 7-3. As far as against the spread, it's even 5-5, and it's been leaning to the over in the last 10 times they played. These teams did play in December and November already. Atlanta won both of them, 130 to 124 and 126 to 120. Uh, 11 and a half points is a lot of points. Okay, that's like way too many points. Even though when you're looking at some of these lines, you're looking at what they look like on the road. Okay, as a road underdog. Okay, Detroit is 19 and 17 against the spread, which means they positive versus the one of the worst at spread teams in all of the NBA, Atlanta. And Atlanta at home as a home favorite is they've turned it around a little bit. Okay, they 15 and 10 now. All right, so you do kind of. I mean, I'm sorry, I was looking at over under. It's 11 and 15, guys. They're 11 and 15. They're below 500 at home against the spread. I can only look towards Detroit with that type of spread right there, 11 and a half. That's only a lean, though. I would never bet that game. Never, never. Maybe the Atlanta team total points over. That's probably the best thing I probably do. Is probably go to the team total points over. Yeah, because Atlanta's 8-2 to the over in the last 10 games. And Detroit, they give up points. That's just what they do. So, but that's my lean on this game. I wouldn't bet on this game. How you feeling, Face?
Yeah, if I had to lean, I lean towards Atlanta just because of the
Giving up the
injuries.
11 and a half?
Yeah, just because of the injuries to Detroit, like this Durham, Cade Cunningham. Cunningham don't play. I'm definitely gonna lean towards Atlanta. If Cade Cunningham plays, that'll be a little different for me. But
Mm-hmm.
due to the injuries that they have, Assad, and I will have to lean towards Atlanta if they play without all those players. Now, if they play with the players that they have and Cade end up playing, then I would probably lean toward Detroit. But if Cade Cunningham don't play, that's like they're injured right now.
But not
Him
just
and
him.
Durham.
And it's not just him and Durham. It's him, Durham, and Jaden Ivey. See that you forgetting about Jaden Ivey still out there
No,
right
I
now.
don't
That's
forget.
how.
But
That's how. That hold up. That's how Detroit was able to actually win. Because remember, they didn't win a game until Cade Cunningham got hurt, and Jaden Ivey was the only one out there. Okay, so they can survive and subsist without him, but with Jalen Duran's hurt, dog, it's a whole other ball game. You know what I mean? It's not the same team out there if Jalen Duran's not out there, but he will be out there. He's probable. It was only something he had a dislodged tooth, man. So he's gonna be good. Jalen Duran's gonna be out there. The key is what you got going on with Atlanta is how well is Johnson gonna play and how well is the point guard gonna play. Outside of that, Everything else
Keegan
is a
Murray.
wash. Keegan Murray. No, not Keegan Murray.
Deontay.
DeJounte, yeah, DeJounte Murray. Something I would actually look towards in this game, maybe Clint Cabella, for a double double. If you like to play a prop, you know what I mean. That I think that's probably good for this game. Uh, but let's get out of the dumpster and let's get to another dumpster. Okay. Because we got the LA Lakers visiting the Washington Wizards. All right. This game starts at 7 o'clock as well. Lakers are giving up between 12 and a half and 13, depending on what book you're looking at right now. The over under set between 233 and a half and 234. So, it's not really moving much, but it is moving a little. As usual, on the injury report, you do have Jared Vanderbilt out. Safino out, Christian Wood out, Cam Reddish questionable, Gabe Vincent questionable. So that means LeBron and AD will be in this game. All right, Marvin Bagley is questionable for Washington. Kuzma's questionable. Rickon Holmes is questionable. Tyus Jones out. Landry Shamet out. Isaiah Livers out. The rest of the list of the normals are out for them. Uh, Remember, you are looking at a Washington team that actually is coming off a win last night. They beat Milwaukee. Okay, head up, 117 to 113. All right. And you could looking at a Laker team who's on a second night of a back to back. They did beat Toronto, and in the team total went over like I gave you yesterday. So I hope you cashed on that one. Uh, on this game, the only thing I can look towards, man, and I'm just being completely 1 million with you, would be the Lakers team total over. All right. Like Washington, their defense ain't the best. LA, second night of a back to back. We are going to have to run a little bit because of that. You usually won't see a team uh, doing what they do on the second night of back to back when it comes to holding it. Plus, last 10 were 6-4 to the over, and Washington is also 6-4 to the over in the last 10. When you look head to head, it's also 6-4 to the over. All right. Went over last time they played in February. So that's my lean. What about you, Face? Actually, that's not my lean. That's my thing. I'm saying Lakers team total points over. All right, but what's up? What you got?
Lakers over.
Yeah, you don't got nothing else on it. You don't like the points. You don't nothing else. Hold up.
I can't get out nothing.
So as I was saying, man, last time these two teams saw each other, February 29th, Lakers won in overtime, 134 to 131. All right. So I can't look towards the points. I can't look towards the Lakers giving up no points. We are playing in Washington. That was in LA. You know what I mean? So I can only look towards Lakers team total points over, game over, whichever way you want to look, man. We was giving up 10 and a half back then. All right.
I'm gonna make a bold prediction. In this game.
What's up?
Take the Lakers at the half.
Take the Lakers at the half. You know how many points the Lakers going to be giving up at halftime?
Probably about six.
Yeah, about six. About six. 6.5. And you did, man. Lakers. We've been playing some close games, man. I'm all right. I'm no. I can't talk you off it. I mean, I could probably find something to talk you off it if I wanted to.
Kyle Kuzma
always
if they don't
hurt.
play, you could definitely take Lakers at the half.
And listen, I look at it like this, man. Okay. And if you're just talking how the Lakers been playing, 2-1, all right, in their last three on the road in the first half. Then they're 2-3 in their last five on the road in the first half. And in their last 10, they're 4-6. And then all season long, first half, against the spread, the Lakers are 14-22. So I'm not, like I said, I can't talk you off it, but I can only give you the numbers on why that's not the direction I'm leaning. I got to take the Lakers over team total over because I know that they're gonna be running. There's gonna be points scored tonight, so that's my direction, man. That's what I got for y'all on this one. All right, let's move on to the next game. Next game we got is the Indiana Pacers visiting the Brooklyn Nets. This game starts at 7:30. Indiana's giving up 7 points. The over under is 230, depending on what sports book you're looking at. All right. Miles Turner is questionable. Uh, he was unclear if he'll return tonight. Of course, we already know Benedict Matherin's hurt. But then on the Brooklyn side, you got Ben Simmons out, Whitehead out, Diop out, Dennis Smith Jr. is going to be questionable, and Cam Johnson is probable for the night. All right. Um, Face, how are you feeling about this game? I mean, because
Indiana
Indiana's
gonna
been
place.
playing.
They gonna place on that shit, man. Indiana gonna place on it. I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you
Okay.
why. It's the playoff. It's getting crunch time.
Mm-hmm.
Places got too much to play for to let a beat up Brooklyn team come and limp and even. You see how they just beat them the other day. Now
Yeah, they
why
just
Thunder
played
giving them
it.
7? I don't know. But see, to me, the
Well,
point
I know
should be a
why they
little
only giving
more.
them. Heck no. I know why they only giving them 7. They beat them. Okay, so when they beat them 133 to 111 the other day, that was in Indiana. All right. Even though Indiana does run this series 8-2 in the last 10 times they didn't played, and it went 7-3 to the over on the last 10 times they didn't played. All right. You're looking at a Brooklyn team that's coming in this 3-7 against the spread in the last 10 games versus an Indiana team. They last 10 games, they 6-4 against the spread. But Indiana's games have been going under 4 to the over, 6 to the under, and Brooklyn's been 5-5. All right. Now these two teams they known to get out against each other and run. It is playoff time. All right, which means it's time to actually lock in and figure out what you want to do and how you're gonna play. For me, this game comes down to Miles Turner and his availability, how he will be playing tonight, and whether or not Cam Johnson's gonna be out there or not for Brooklyn, because you know he is the engine over there that makes thing move. Uh, so when you're looking at this game, over under set at what they say, 230 and a half, uh, and it has not been moving. I've got to. I can only say that I would rock with the Pacers, man. I like the Pacers. I don't think Brooklyn's gonna cut. I mean, I don't think Brooklyn's gonna be able to cover the 7. But oh shit, it just moved up. All right, their mind is going up. It's up to 7.5 now. So yeah, money's coming in. Money's coming in on the Pacers right now, you guys. That's how I'm feeling. That's how Face is feeling. Let's go ahead and let's get on to the next one. Next game we got on the lineup is Memphis at Milwaukee. All right, this game starts at 8 o'clock. This line is Milwaukee giving up 13, over under set at 220 and a half. As far as injuries in this game, injury reports, you're looking at, we already know the laundry list for Memphis, so we ain't going to get into it. Patrick Beverly is questionable, though, and Dame Lillard's still out. All right, that as far as the only people we care about for Milwaukee. All right, man, this is one of those games that you kind of want to stay away from. I mean, it's just my opinion. Because 13 and a half points is a lot for Milwaukee. Uh, they just coming off a loss, which they usually are good coming off a loss, but for some reason this Memphis team owns them. They're 7-3 the last against the spread. The last 10 times they played, and they beat them 6 of the last 4 times they didn't play. Now, I know John Morant's part of a lot of that, but Memphis did also beat them back in February, 113 to 110 in Memphis. So take it with a grain of salt. But when you look at these two teams, you're looking at two teams that's been playing to the over. And since Milwaukee in their last 10 is 6-3-1 to the over, Memphis is 7-3 to the over in their last 10. and this over under is set pretty low. I kind of like the over, man. I'm not sure if Memphis is going to give me the points, so I might lean towards Milwaukee's team total points over. Instead, I'll look at that and come to a conclusion later. But where you at, Face? What you sitting with this?
Shit, yeah. I definitely ain't taking Memphis. I have to take Milwaukee. Just
Money line or 13 minus 13?
Giving up the 13, it became money time. I even though sometimes you don't know which Milwaukee team gonna show up, because there's a lot of times they play close. I feel like Milwaukee got a roster that's really supposed to be blowing shit out. You get what I'm saying? Dame, Chris Middleton, Giannis. I feel like a lot of these teams, they should be blowing them out, but they haven't played up to expectations.
Look, it's something in the water up there in Memphis. I don't know. Them boys been fighting. They've been fighting all season long. Games you don't expect them to. Yep. Then they roll over. It's the games you don't expect them to be in. They in. Exactly. Games you expect them to be in. They lay down on you. All right. So all I can say.
The same way on the other spectrum.
Exactly. So I mean, like, look, I'm not betting on this one. You know what I mean? This is a dumpster juice game for me. I'm just saying, it is what it is. But if I was gonna bet it, it would be Milwaukee's team total points over. If you ain't noticed, there's a trend. When I see a large spread, okay, and I like the team that's got the large spread, that's giving up all the points, but I'm not going to give up all those points. If I can find a hole in there, it's usually going to be that team total over for that team. You know what I mean?
I hit like that like a week ago.
I hit like that consistently. I hit like that consistently.
I hit like that about a week ago, doing that same thing. But don't worry about taking a point. Just take the total over.
Yeah, it's safer. It's safer, man. It's safer. You know what I mean? And it's about winning. It ain't about losing. All right. So let's go ahead and let's get into this next one, bro. The next game we got right now is the Orlando Magic visiting the New Orleans Pelicans. Okay, this game's gonna be at 8 o'clock. Pelicans are giving up 4. The over/under is 208. And yep, it hasn't moved on most sports books. Head to head, Orlando owns this series 8-2 straight up, 8-2 against the spread, and it leans 7-3 to the over. When you're looking at these two teams playing each other the last 10 times they played, Orlando did just beat them 121-106 in Orlando back on the 21st. Okay, now when you're looking at injuries, nobody's injured for Orlando. I have no idea who Caleb Houston is. So, but for New Orleans, they still got Brandon Ingram and Jose Alvarado out. All right. So, man, the last 10 games, I'm looking right now. Orlando's been playing to the under, 2 over, 8 to the under. So they've been playing to the under, 6-4 against the spread. Pels, they middle of the pack, but they've been playing to the under as well. So there's a reason that this team total, or not this team total, but this total points is at 208, and I anticipate it might even get a little bit lower than that. But Face, where you sitting at on this, man? Before I go ahead and let them know which way I'm going on this one. You got anything on this one?
Believe in magic. Hey, I like Orlando Magic, but that over and under is suspect.
Yeah.
It's suspect because Orlando could easily put up 110 points, and Pelicans could score at least 100 points.
Well, right now,
it could go either way.
Right now, in the last 3 games, okay, the Magic are scoring 106.3 points per game and giving up 97 points a game. And New Orleans is scoring 103 points per game and they're giving up 109. Now, this completely flips when you look total season, home and away. But at the end of the day, I like to look in the small sample sizes of what's actually going on right now. So that's why the spread is that low, as well as the fact that they've both been trending to the under. But at the end of the day, I'm not seeing Orlando hold them under 100 points. I mean, they did it back in February of 2023, but they haven't done that but twice in the last 10 times that they played each other. So I'm not seeing Orlando hold them under 100 points.
And we both know New Orleans ain't got no defense.
Yeah,
They not.
they ain't got no defense. They just play to a slow pace. Their pace is what it keeps them on that. That's why they've been trending to the under as of late. Plus, without Brandon Ingram, things haven't been flowing like they usually flowed. Brandon Ingram was a big key cog over there for the Pels, man. So I can I can say I'm probably with you, Faith. I'm probably rocking with my Magic right now. Okay. Taking them plus the points might put some juice on it actually and take them to that lucky number of 7.5. All right, Magic plus 7.5 if you can do it, and then yeah, the under. The under definitely but not on a team total under. It would most likely be like a combo pick, but I'm still not going to play that. I'm not messing with this game unless I just take the Magic plus the 7.5, give them a couple points, uh, make it worth my while, make about 30 or 40% back on my investment. But that's all you got, face on that one. All right, let's move on to the next one, man. Next game we got is OKC at Boston. This game starts at 7:30. Okay, and the line is Boston giving up 9. Total points is set at 231.5. All right, and yep, the line has not been making too much movement. When you're looking at the injury report right now, you are talking about people like Shea Gillis Alexander still questionable. Jalen Williams is questionable. Both really important for OKC. And then when you look over at Boston, Jalen Brown questionable and Jaden Springer's questionable, man. Uh, there's only two teams, okay, that Boston has not beaten this season. You know who those two teams are? That's the Denver Nuggets and OKC. Now, you can take that with a grain of salt, but
What
those
they
are
getting
only two
OKC?
teams
What they getting OKC?
they giving up 9 because they playing in Boston. Boston at home. At home, Boston's record is what is the second best or the best in the NBA? Boston's record at home, just straight up, right? They are 32-3 at home, straight up as the home team. Now, if you're looking about against the spread, all right, as home favorite, they're 20-15, and OKC as away underdog is 7-5-1. Um, I think they're coming off no days rest, so they're 7-5 because OKC did play the other night, and Boston's 9-4 coming off no days rest. But I think they had a night since their last game. Yeah, they have one night rest, so they do got a little bit of a rest advantage. They got one night. So coming off one day off, Boston's Boston is 20-23-1 against the spread with one day off. But with a rest advantage, they're 13-11-1, and with a rest disadvantage, OKC is 11-7 against the spread. So it's everything in the trends is telling you OKC. I mean, as far as how these two teams have been playing this season right now, that's the way they've been playing. Even though head to head, Boston does have them 6-4. Straight up, OKC still does own it 8-2 in the last 10 times they've been playing. So there's more than just what's been going on this season, bro. This is something OKC does. OKC ain't been a good team neither. But this is just something OKC does when they play Boston, and it's gone 8 to the over, 2 to the under the last 10 times they played. Both teams right now are leaning to the over. Boston is 8-2 to the over in their last 10, and OKC is 6-4 to the over in their last 10. However, OKC ain't been covering lately. They're 3-7. That's why that line is at 9 right now, and that's why I believe that this is gonna be a tough one. What you got to say, Faith?
I think if Shea Gilchrist don't play, I think this would be the game Boston cover.
Yeah.
I mean, they know the numbers just like we know the numbers.
And they remember
Even
these
though
things too.
what's that?
I said you got to understand when you're dealing with a team like Boston, they're a team that actually keeps receipts on teams that beat them. They they come out
It's
vigorously
a
to try to get revenge on a team that done beat them, dog.
you have to.
But everybody
You
ain't
got to
playing
put
like that
motherfuckers
today,
around
man.
because you never know who who you gonna run into, and you don't want to have that mental block in your head like, oh, this such and such. You want to be able to beat anybody. You want to beat everybody in the league. Just especially when you Boston. You know what I mean? They
Hmm.
they they seem like to me in the East, they're gonna be one of the ones that you're gonna have to deal with in the finals. I see them as a final contender.
Hmm.
I see them contender for a title. So you got to go ahead and beat these teams, man. And, I believe without Gilchrist and without Williams, that you got to cover on them. You know what I mean? You have to cover on them, even without Brown.
Hmm.
But I most definitely like the over.
Well, I think this is going to be a playoff style environment. If Shea Gillis Alexander is out there, if he's not, then I think Boston could cover this. You know what I mean? Uh, yeah, this is a tough one, man. I still got to lean Boston, brother. I mean, unless you tell me Shea Gillis Alexander's out there, then I got to lean Boston. But like I said, they have been going over it when they played earlier this season. It was 127 to 123 in OKC, and usually the lowest scoring game they played in the last 10 times they played was a 111 to 94 game. They've gone over in all but two of these games, man. And the number that they're looking at right now, that 231, they've gone over the 231 every time except for twice, and that was way back in 2021, 22. I mean, at 21 and 20. So, yeah, the over. I like Boston in the over. Take them. I'll take a money line though if I was gonna do it. Uh, but I believe that's it, man. Oh no, we got one more game, you guys. One more game. Okay, one more game to get through. This is Phoenix at Cleveland. All right. For the injury report, you got a Phoenix team that has a Okoro out. I'm sorry, Cleveland team that has a Okoro out. Donovan Mitchell is questionable. Uh, Craig Porter Jr. is questionable. Dean Wade out. Ty Jerome out. Grayson Allen is questionable for Phoenix, and Damian Lee is out. Okoro could be back tonight, though, it says. So, Phoenix giving up 5.5. Total is at 226.5. These two teams, when they played each other, you've been seeing 6-4 to Phoenix is straight up, but it's 6-4 against the spread to Cleveland. 5-5 as far as over under is concerned. They last played March 11th. Phoenix won 117 to 111. Cleveland was giving up 7 at that point. So it only makes sense now for Phoenix to be giving up the points. Revenge game for Cleveland right now. Uh, if Donovan Mitchell plays, then this could be a little bit of a battle. But Cleveland ain't been playing good against the spread. They're 3-7 against the spread in the last 10 games, and whereas Phoenix is 6-4 in the last 10 games against the spread. Both these teams are leaning towards overs. 8-2 for Cleveland somehow, and Phoenix is 6-4 to the over. So yeah, this could be a good over game, man. But at the end of the day, you know, you let me know what you think. What you think, Face? How you feel?
I like Phoenix and the over. Or I like Phoenix. I don't know about the over, but I like Phoenix.
Yeah, I would have to say I definitely like that over. And since Phoenix has been playing a little bit better against the spread, I would have to go with Phoenix, man. Um, yeah.
I feel like they trying to lock in though. and get ready for these playoffs.
Well,
You feel what
they
I'm
got
saying?
to. They only got 8 games left. I think it's like eight,
Yeah,
9 games left,
that's what I'm
man.
saying.
So
So they gotta the teams that they could beat and the game they gotta win those games because they might be in the play in. They
for
might be
real.
Lakers too. Lakers might
Yeah, I
play the
know.
Lakers tonight. They got to
Yeah,
cover this money. They got
yeah.
to start playing.
Oh no, they don't got to cover the money. They got to win the game. They take the Lakers team total over.
But guess what? I say cover the point because the Lakers gonna need some style points, man.
Man, look,
they
they got.
they gonna need some style points. Bad as they been playing. Like, come on, Bron. It ain't even on Bron. It ain't.
I'm happy to hear you finally say that. Sometime that it
No,
ain't
but
even on him.
listen,
The man
this
21, he been in the league longer than kids that can't even drink. There's kids that
what?
can't drink still, and he been in the league longer than that. Yeah, okay. So whatever LeBron does out there is good for him. You know what I mean? Like you're doing good.
But
You're for
that's
your
the
age.
thing.
That's good for him.
That's the
Notice I
thing
said
though.
good for him.
Yeah, good for him. We need
Yeah.
what's good for the team. And sometimes it seems like with him and AD out of the way, these young dudes getting off.
Oh no, I
I'm
agree.
just
I
saying.
agree. Now
I'm just saying.
When
That's
AD
all I'm
and
saying.
LeBron sit their behinds down, it seems like for some reason the young boys show up and show out. And I think that we got to figure out a way. Okay, and this is just getting completely off tangent. Let's talk about our Lakers for a second. But I think we need to figure out a way as a squad to be able to have D'Lo to have the confidence to get the rhythm to pass the ball. Okay, like he does when LeBron ain't out there. When LeBron ain't out there, he's averaging 10 and a half assists a game. 11 assists a game for all the games that LeBron misses. Okay. But then when LeBron's out there, his assists drop. All right. Well, we need to let him get into more of a rhythm. All right. Then we also need to we do, but he needs to stop. He needs to stay from shooting a lot
Hey,
at the same time.
it's a common factor there. Just think
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah, I know.
That's
They
why
both
that's
like to handle the
that's
rock.
why I don't like
They both like to
LeBron.
handle the rock.
Hold on. That's why I don't like LeBron so much. Because when you got dudes like D'Angelo Russell,
But he
Kyrie Irving, you know what I'm
Dog,
saying?
no, hold
That
up. Don't
only
put. Hold
play
on. Kyrie Irving
point
has
guard.
never averaged. Kyrie Irving has never averaged more than 5 assists a season, let alone in a streak. So D'Lo, don't even put D'Lo
I'm
at
saying
passing the
this.
ball and
So
Kyrie
you
like
gotta
don't do
listen.
that, dog.
You
Don't
just
do
said,
that.
hold on, you just said he averaged 11 assists without LeBron.
Yeah, yeah. Kyrie's never done that.
Okay, listen.
Kyrie's never in his whole
Kyrie,
life. In his whole life, never. Never in his life has he done that for a streak of
who?
games. Kyrie Irving, for his
We talking about
career,
we talking about
for,
D'Angelo Russell. We talking about right now.
I know
You
you
said,
and you,
hold on,
but
listen. You said when LeBron is not on the floor, he
mhm.
averages 11 assists a game. When LeBron is on the floor, it's not. So
Yes,
what
and
I'm saying is, it's a common why
thing,
because
and then you
LeBron
brought
wants to
up
have the
Kyrie
ball.
Irving, but no, and then you brought up Kyrie
Yeah,
Irving, but
LeBron wants to
because
control and
Kyrie,
dominate the ball.
hold up, because Kyrie
So
couldn't
these
handle.
dudes are guards at heart.
No, Kyrie Irving's not a guard. He's not a point guard. He's a shooting guard at heart.
They
He's
just
a shooting
said
guard
he
at
was a
heart.
shooting guard.
No, because he's a shooting guard at heart. He's not a point guard. You got to actually pass the ball to be a point guard. You have to pass the ball, which means you got to average more than 4 assists. He averages
So
four
so
or
so
five assists for his career,
so when Kyrie Irving never played shooting guard before?
his whole career, his
No, he
whole
hasn't,
career,
bro.
bruh.
No, he
He might
hasn't,
be
bro.
lining up at the
Kyrie
point.
Irving ain't
He
big
might
enough to
be,
be a shooting
bruh.
guard for real,
Listen,
though.
listen. Once again, you're not listening to me,
Kyrie
face,
Irving is
face,
small to be a shooting
face,
guard, bro.
face. You're not listening to what I'm saying. You're not listening to what I'm saying. He's lining up at point guard, but he's playing like a shooting guard. He's not passing the ball. He's not. He's just not.
Okay, hold on.
That's a, and but
Let's look
that
at
like
this. Let's look
look,
at this.
but hold
Let's
up.
look at it.
That's not.
Kyrie first stop was in Cleveland, right? Right?
Yes, yes. And how many assists
LeBron
did
was
he
already
have?
there, right?
No,
Hold on,
no. LeBron was gone. LeBron was gone when Kyrie got there.
LeBron was gone.
Yeah, LeBron was in
They ain't
Miami.
never played together.
They did after Miami after he left Miami. You know what I'm saying? They didn't play together prior to that.
And he went over there because Kyrie was doing his thing. And he
No,
said,
he went
okay,
over
I
there
can
because he
go.
was going home. He went over there because he
Uh,
was going home to get a championship for his city. Nothing to do with
but
Kyrie.
without Kyrie Irving being over there, LeBron probably would never went back, bro.
Bruh,
We just being 100. Kyrie
bruh,
was good as
how
hell,
is
bro.
that? How is that? Look at the contract. Like look at LeBron. Just look at what LeBron's done. What LeBron has
Hold
done
on. If you really think
contractually, and
LeBron,
you look
if you
how he's stacked up his contracts. He never signed a long term deal with any of those teams after Miami. Miami was the longest term deal he signed. After that, it was a 1 year or 2 year deal with Cleveland. 1 year, 2 year deal with Cleveland.
listen,
1 year, two
listen.
year deal
Hold on.
with
Do you
Lakers.
think
One
do
year, two
because you
year
know why
deal.
he ain't gonna do that? Because he don't want to be locked in with no sorry ass Cleveland teams. If Kyrie
Exactly.
Irving, hold on.
And
If he
who's
would
on that
have had
sorry ass
Kyrie Irving over there,
and who was on that
LeBron would
sorry
have
ass
went back to
team?
Cleveland.
Who was on that sorry ass team?
What
Kyrie
sorry
Irving.
ass team?
Kyrie Irving. Yeah, you can't separate the two. He was on the damn team. Okay. Kyrie was on the team when he got there. He was sorry too. Kyrie is not a
He
point
ain't never
guard,
been
man.
sorry.
Look, the point as far as being a point guard, yes. Yes. He's now as a skills player, shooting guard, can score, do some stuff like that. Yes. Operate an orchestrated
So so
offense?
so
No, he cannot.
so
He
so
can't
so so what
orchestrate
is
an
Damon
offense.
Lillard?
He
So
can't
what is Damon Lillard?
he can't orchestrate an offense. That's why Milwaukee losing. That's why Milwaukee's struggling. Because he can't orchestrate an offense. He can't. It's okay. Everybody is not somebody who can lead an offense. But Dame can't orchestrate an offense the same way Kyrie can't orchestrate an offense. That's why Luca has to orchestrate the offense in Dallas. That's why it's looked better for him now that Luca's been out there actually orchestrating the offense. It is what it is. Look what happened in Boston. In Boston, he couldn't orchestrate the offense. In Brooklyn, he couldn't orchestrate the offense. They had to go get another point guard to bring him in, James Harden, to try to bring another point guard in to orchestrate the offense. Like, come on, bro. Come on. You know what I mean? Now, when we talk about D'Lo, D'Lo's only problem is D'Lo needs to understand that he needs to
Listen,
pass that he
we
needs to
just
the way he's
said we
passing the
talking about the
ball. That
common.
was the whole
Hold on,
topic.
we
The
talking
topic
about the
was
common. Hold on, let me show you something. This is the common in every team that LeBron goes to.
yeah.
The point guard play goes down.
Mhm.
Every team he been to, the point guard play has gone down, bro.
I got a rebuttal for
It's
you. What
common.
point guards did they have? Who was the point guard in Miami? Mario
Kyrie.
Chalmers? Who was the point guard in
Yes.
Miami? Mario. He's a bum. He's a bum. Come on now. He's a bum, dog. He's a bum. Now let's look. Let's look. Who was the point guard in Cleveland before he left? Booby something.
Booby Gibson was a
Booby
backup.
Gibson. No, not
No, it
Booby
wasn't. It was
Gibson.
Mo Williams.
It was
It was Mo Williams. It
yeah,
was
Mo
Mo
Williams,
Williams.
who was a career backup. Need I say? Yeah, he was a career bench player. So need I say
That
more?
man was
Then
scoring
let,
47 points a game,
now
bro.
let's no, he ain't
Mo
never scored
Williams
no
was
40
scoring
points a
47
game, dog.
points a
Come on,
game.
man. He ain't never scored 40 points a game, dog. Come on, man. So
Yes, he
per
has, bro.
game for a series of games. No, he hasn't. No, he hasn't.
Hey,
So
he
let's keep
averaged
going.
no 40. He never averaged
When you
40
say
points a game. Who averaged 40
I
points a
can
game
show
in one
you.
season?
No, I said
For a
for
season.
a no. I didn't say for a season. I said for
Okay.
a reasonable amount of games,
Okay.
a streak of games.
He done
He ain't never
had
scored
a
40
whole
points
bunch of
multiple games in a
he done
row.
had a whole bunch of games he
He
scored
ain't never scored 30
30
points
something
multiple games in
points
a
and
row.
everything.
He ain't never scored 30 points multiple games in a row. Never.
Who? Yes, he
Mo
has.
Williams. Mo
Look
Williams.
it up. Look it up. Say he ain't never scored 30 points multiple games.
Oh my God, dog. Let's
Are you
see
serious,
where we
bro?
supposed to be at. I'm gonna look it up for you real quick. How many?
That's all Mo Williams did was score points. He wasn't too much of nothing else like that. But
But
every
it's not
point
30
guard
points.
LeBron
How
James done played with
many
production went down.
30-point
What point
games?
guard them got better since LeBron got there?
What good point guard has he been with? That's the problem.
Man,
That's what I'm saying.
he
That's
supposed to
what I'm
make people
saying.
better, bro.
That's what I'm
He
saying.
supposed to
No,
make
he
them better.
does. He
He
makes
don't
people
make
better.
people no better, bro.
It's not about he's making everybody else better. It ain't his fault these point guards suck. D'Lo ain't don't know how to play point guard. D like
All point
hold
guards
on,
don't
man.
suck if LeBron got the ball in his hands.
Name a
I know
good
it seems
one.
like
Name a good
that's a
one.
common
Hold
thing.
up.
You
They
say
ain't play their
Trey and
whole
Face, but
careers with
who was the
LeBron.
guard? Who was the
They
guard?
didn't play their
LeBron was
whole.
the guard.
They didn't. Hold up. They didn't
LeBron
play their
was the
whole
guard
careers.
underneath Jimmy
They didn't play their
Butler.
whole careers with LeBron. So when is the name one that was good after LeBron left? Name one that was a good point guard.
He outlasts all the point guards he done played with. He get them shipped. He get them shipped.
Dog, it doesn't matter where they at. I'm
If
talking
they
about where
say
they
something,
go. Dog, look, if you good no matter where you are, bro. You know that. You know that.
all right,
Come on now.
look up how many.
Come on now. Like
Look up how
if
many
you
points
good no
he
matter where
played.
you are. So when he left, when they left, or when he got them shipped, or whatever the heck happened, what did they do? What did Mario Chalmers do?
Marvin Charles retired
Exactly. Wanna know why? Because he's a bum.
because he got his championship.
Hold up.
He got his
We go.
championship.
Listen,
He was
people, we
straight.
will pick this back up. Y'all are gonna get a good one next time we get on. All right, y'all are definitely gonna get a good one next time we get on, man. This Trey
Yeah,
with
I
Game Day
see
with
you ain't
Trey.
looked at
That's a
Mo
whole one
Williams
face.
stuff.
Yeah, no,
Mo
I
Williams
did.
wasn't
I did.
scoring.
It's right here. Mo Williams, 30-point games. How many basketball reference? How many 30-point games did he have? I got it right here. I didn't think you actually wanted to hear that you were wrong. Okay, he averages for his career 13 points a game. 13. I need
You said average for a career.
13.
No, don't.
Hold
He
on,
ain't
hold on, hold
13 in
on.
a career.
Look, hold
He
up. How
said
many?
average 30
Look,
point
how many
games
30-point
when
games? How many?
LeBron
How
was over
many?
there.
How many? No, it's not when LeBron's over there. How many 30-point games? It's how many 30-point games has he had in his career? How many 30-point games has he had in his career, man? He's had five.
Yeah.
Five. I'm done. Five. I'm done. Five. Look it up. Y'all be easy. Have a blessed day. Stay safe. I'll let y'all, man.